Okay, so we were driving home. We were taking my I was taking my mother-in-law home today, and she was saying that half of Catalina Island, there's a half that people don't really go to. I was like, okay, cool. I said, yeah, it's full of bears. I said, oh, really? She said, yeah, and there's a restaurant. Like, so, hmm, okay. We have one half of the island that's just all restaurants and shops and stuff, and then we have the other side, which is bears. Did they order that? Is that like the pizza? Was it a pizza? Like it was like they were ordering an island, and they're like, okay, on one half we're gonna have everything normal, and the other half we're gonna have bears in one fucking restaurant. Let's just make something that no one can live in. We're gonna have bears on top of the restaurant, in the restaurant serving food. They're gonna be part. They're gonna be the food. It's just gonna be a bear restaurant for bears in a town of bears, and maybe they're gonna have armed guards. Catalina Island is cut in half. One half is bears. You can't go to that side, although they have a restaurant, according to my mother-in-law. So I'm just, I'm really, really curious about how this restaurant is surviving. Are they doing tours? Do they do a tour? They must do a tour, and then they load everyone up in these almost like shark, almost like those shark cages, and they say, okay, this is going to take about 2 hours. We're going to take you through some rough terrain, and then by the end, you're going to get your soup and salad, maybe a sandwich. There's a couple specials. Most of them are, well, it's tough competition. We don't have any fish, um, but we do have a lot of frozen dinners at this restaurant. Fuck, sounds like a bad deal. I've definitely been to Catalina Island, and I have ridden a horse along a cliff there, and it was scary. I'm so glad we didn't come across a bear because I don't know what horses do when they see bears. I imagine it's get fucking scared and fall off the side of a mountain. That's what I would imagine would happen. Or maybe kick a tourist off the side of the mountain. Bears are beautiful and terrifying. Bears, it really is. When I think of a force of nature, yeah, bear. Force of nature is hurricanes and bears. They, you know, they don't give any fucks. They get scared. No, they'll get scared. They'll get scared by something simple like a flashlight, and they'll get mad and scared. They get mared, scared. I don't know. They get all those things. They get like all that stuff at once. They have their emotions. They're complex. You know. That's they. You trick a bear and they get real fucking mad. Like they resent you for it. You get big, they're just small, and then you get big and like, fuck you, that's scary. And then they get away, and then as they're getting away, they're like, hey, that guy fucking tricked me. And then they come back, and you better be fucking gone. And don't climb a tree because, a scared mad bear will climb a tree. Um, so yeah, you wanna try and keep them baseline on one emotion, or preferably interest or disinterest. Actually, no, you want disinterest. So you want to be really fucking boring. I don't know exactly. I don't have any advice for you when you're going to encounter your bear. I would say probably bring a lot of books. And, bears, you don't want to get a bear frustrated. So don't ask it to read. It's going to be embarrassed. It'll be like it forgot his glasses and shit, making up excuses. So you're probably going to want to, when you see a bear, first throw a book at it. That might scare it away. That works. That I've done that shit. When I've seen a bear, I've thrown a pine cone at a bear and started banging a knife on a rock, and he fucking ran away, freaked him out. I had to change campsites because I didn't want him to get pissed off and come back and be like, "Hey, you fucking tricked me, you dick." But I'd recommend with a book, if you have enough of them, and we always bring lots of books. I usually bring about, oh, a full Encyclopedia Britannica. You know, the ones the blonde guy had. I take I'll take a whole truck with me, and when they come, you want to start with like the big ones. So that would be like M and S. Those are the bigger encyclopedias. You also probably want to have someone with really good throwing ability, good strength in the arms. Hurl it at that bear. You could probably give the kids something like the Z's and the Y's and have them throw them at the same time. The main point is that everyone is throwing encyclopedias at bears at the same time. And then if you throw enough of them, you could probably build a wall. And that's why every family is actually supposed to bring their own set of Encyclopedia Britannicas, so that after you chase the bear off at night, you can stack them all and create a wall. I don't know why we don't do this in the first place. I really don't. I think it's just we want to be able to throw them at the bears. It's fun. It's something that we look forward to every year. So that being, I guess that's solved the bear problem. And the other thing is, don't ever climb the tree. Let's say you run out of books. Let's say you run out of those, out of all those books. And if you're living in the South, I know books are hard to find. Um, so you could probably throw something else, maybe beer cans. Um, yeah, I don't know what you're gonna throw when you're in the South. There's no books. Um, Tires. There's a lot of tires, right? Yeah, throw tires. Um, and of course, if you're in the, of course, I'm in the West. We have a lot of books. We're real smart over here. Real smart. They, I don't currently have any, um, but it's because I go camping a lot, so I don't have any more books. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, but I definitely would. And I've read. You know what? I've only thrown away the books that I've read. I've read all those encyclopedias and the Bibles too. It's good. You get the big ones that have all the annotations. The Bibles with all the annotations, and they're like three times the size because they have a really big index. Um, and you know what? It's not a bad idea because maybe they'll learn something. You throw in those Bibles, maybe they'll learn something. It's not the worst thing that could happen. Maybe you're gonna convert a buddy. You're gonna convert someone. You're you're doing good things out there. You really are. Good job.